guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. Well, it's happening. Bitmain is getting into the ASIC mining game for Kaspa, and I don't think anyone's surprised, but yeah, they have the Antminer KS3 listed here under their firmware download. So that means it's coming pretty soon, or if they're going to be placing a pre-order for these, which most likely will be the case, and may deliver out a couple months out, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. We've had these types of things happen with Bitmain before, but there was also a little answer here from Nick from Bitmain. Thank you to T Swift for this info as well, for notifying me of this. Pretty awesome. But there's also this that he got. It says, "Dear customer, KS3 will be launched soon. The sales time, device parameters, prices, and purchase channels are not yet unlocked. You can follow the official website and notice will be issued and relevant information will be unlocked before the sale starts." So, how much will it cost? What's the hash rate of this miner? What's the power consumption? Well, we're gonna do a little prediction in today's video here, guys. And also, I do want to talk about my Kaspa KS2 miner. I know a lot of people have been asking, so I'm just gonna give you guys just the rundown of when I got it, and how much Kaspa I've mined thus far, all that good stuff, and how much I've made, and all that stuff, and a few other things I want to talk about real quick. So we'll do that right after a word from our sponsor. Are you looking to get into the world of Bitcoin mining but don't know where to start? We're excited to announce our sponsorship with ASIC Jungle, one of the largest companies in hardware procurement for Bitcoin mining. ASIC Jungle is dedicated to providing the latest, most efficient ASIC mining systems available, and we're thrilled to have their support in bringing you the best ASIC miners in the market. Also, ASIC Jungle is giving away one whole Bitcoin at Bitcoin 2023 Miami. The winner will be announced live at the Nakamoto main stage on May 20th at 3:30 p.m. Details to enter and Gleam link is down below. Visit asicjungle.com today to start your journey to financial freedom. All right, now let's go and do some prediction. I'm just going to guesstimate the price, hash rate, watts, and I guess we're going to do the general efficiency, watt and gigahash, dollar per gigahash as well. So, the price. So it really depends on, I guess, what the hash rate is going to be. I guess correlating to what the KS2, KS1 profitability is now. Roughly, my KS2 is making about 550 to 700 USD a day. Okay, in terms of the fiat price, in terms of the yield, it jumps between 25 to like 28,000 Kaspa a day, which I will show you guys my real world results here real soon. But I just wanted to do this first. So hash rate of this KS3. Really interesting that they did that. Not sure if they are, combined together in some subsidiary company, or they're just trying to laugh at, IceRiver saying that their KS3 is going to be much more efficient, much more hash rate. And, that's something I want to maybe tie into with the Kadena ASICs. IB Link was a competitor to Bitmain, right? If actually we go to Kadena here, IB Link notoriously came out with the IB Link BMK1 way back in the day, and I used to have one of these that did 5.3 terahash at 835 watts. That was a monster at the time, and I have a story about that. You guys probably seen that video. Almost made me a millionaire, but I'm not going to get into that because it still hurts. But it did take a while for, I would say, Bitmain to come out with a, Kadena specific ASIC miner. And so obviously the KA3 is much more efficient than, I would say not 10 times more efficient than, the IB Link BMK3, but it was double, right? It was double more efficient than, these IB Link BMK3s. But for Kaspa, for instance, do I think the IceRivers are going to be, useless down the road, especially with, how many IceRivers could be on the network? And I think I calculated between 150 to 300 or 250 units max of these IceRivers that could be out in the wild right now. If you do the math, using the calculator here, which I did, 2 terahash for an IceRiver is, roughly about 150 in terms of 300 terahash that has come online the network between April 9th and April 15th. I've already made tons of videos talking about this, but that's what we've concluded. But anyways, going back to here, right? So if I were to say, if we were going with, double the amount of hash rate from KS1 to KS3 and taking into account with what happened with, I guess, Kadena and their ASICs, I'm going to say this Bitmain KS3 is going to be maybe 3 times, 4 times more efficient. So I'm going to say this will do 8 terahash. That's That's my guess. 8,000 gigahash is my guess at a power consumption of, let's say, I'm just gonna go out on a whim here, 2,000. I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of my A here. I don't even know. The price of this ASIC miner, I'm gonna say 60 grand. Okay, I'm just doing a guess here. If we do a watt per hash rate here, so if we do divided by C2, that's gonna be a 0.25 in terms of its efficiency, and then the dollar per gigahash, it'll be, I guess it'll be this price here divided by C2. So that means that would be the Antminer KS3 could then be the most efficient ASIC miner for Kaspa, and as well as the dollar per gigahash, it would be the best buy. Okay, in terms of dollar per gigahash. Actually, if I just do this sort from A to Z, you can see that, yeah, Bitmain KS3 would be the top to buy. What this column means per se is that the amount that you're spending per gigahash, that's, you know, comparing it to the other ones here. So depending on your electrical costs, that the efficiency of this miner is that you will be able to break even a lot faster, get your money back, whatever. So that's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I guess we'll see who will be ultimately right. I just pulled these numbers out of my head. I just randomly guessed, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, now guys, let's get into my KS2. All right, so I've had this since a good April 21st, I'm gonna say. That's when I received it. Then I turned it on, obviously. You can see that day, April 22nd, I mined about 23,000 Kaspa. Next day was 33,000. So that was probably a good full day, yeah, of when it was actually mining, and then so on and so forth. 32,000, you guys can see here. The next day, April 26, 27, 30,000, April 28, 35,000. Oof. Yeah, like that was pretty good, right? 35,000 Kaspa during these times here. But then you guys probably noticed, Red Panda, why did it drop off here? Well, I decided then to mine to my fellow moderators on Discord. It's time that I, gave them something, to appreciate their efforts for modding my Discord for free over these past couple of years. And yeah, I just want to give really great appreciation to these guys. Thank you to my mods so much. So every other day or so, I've been mining to them and then mining back to my wallet here. I just kind of been seeing, I've been wanting to see what the yields would be over, over time. And yeah, it seems like the yields have been coming down, but I think that really ties into the Kaspa emission schedule, which is pretty aggressive and goes down every month or so. You guys can see here. So I think in May here that we had a little bit of a drop in terms of Kaspa, and I'm not quite sure with the Rest implementation what the, I guess, blocks per second are right now. I haven't really been following that. You guys can let me know down below. But anyways, you guys can see, right? This is what I've been having over the past. It hasn't been a full month, all right? So I haven't mined it for a full month, like I just said before, because I was mining to my mods. But anyways, okay, so since you guys know the dates there, I've mined about almost 500,000 Kaspa since then, almost 11 grand worth, and that's about 0.4 in BTC value. And some of you guys are gonna ask me, Panda, did you sell? Well, I'm gonna leave that to another video because I'm gonna tie that into something regarding with Kaspa that I think is pretty apparent. I guess if you've been following some of the wallets, the big mining wallets with these IceRivers apparently, that could be selling or not selling. So I want to give some insight to that in another video. It deserves its own video. And yeah, but anyways, going back to here, so you guys can see, right, generally how much I've been mining. I just turned it back to my wallet today and hasn't really done a full 24 hours yet. So take that with a grain of salt. Normally, I think it's about 27,000 to 28,000 Kaspa a day as of right now. All right, so we'll see how that goes. There's the KS2. It's been earning a lot. I see the Kaspa in my wallet. You guys can see the TX IDs here, the amount, the block heights, whatever, all that kind of stuff. You guys can see all the Kaspa that's been coming out of my wallet. All right, so that'll be for another video. So with the news of the KS3, how much of the hash rate is going to go up? Well, I guess that's going to be determined once we know when these go on sale, and we will obviously look at the network hash rate and just see over time how much it'll go up, right? It's probably going to go up considerably because we did the math here, right? About 300 terahash came online out of nowhere during this time, and we correlated that with about 150 to 250, IceRivers that have come online, because they are monsters, right? A terahash or 2 terahash models is 0.01 petahash. So if we did, like I did, right, 300 terahash on the network divided by 1, that'd be 300 units of the KS1s. But obviously there are KS2s out there, as I obviously have one, and I know a lot of people who have pre-ordered these KS0s. So by the time they get these, right, I guess that's going to really depend on when these KS3s come out, right? We know that Bitmain is notorious for having delays. So I think my prediction on that is probably going to be, I'm going to say end of this year. I'm going to go out of a limb here. Even though they have the firmware showing at the firmware download to show here, I don't think these things are going to ship out till I'm going to say maybe the earliest, latest end of this year. That's like a good 6 months from now. That's my guess. Could be longer. Who knows? Nobody knows. I mean, we all know like KA3s took over a year. L7s were really late. We got a lot of examples, a lot of ASICs out there. But anyways, guys, now referring to the FPGAs, we have seen a lot coming out of the woodwork over the past month. Of course, we got the Superscalar K10. You guys know I already did videos on this. It was pretty underwhelming. I don't think anyone really bought this, and I don't really recommend it. It's a miner that was really, the ones I got anyway, that people also got is, they're in bad shape, and weren't treated that well, rusted, marks everywhere, and didn't provide full hash rate sometimes. And there's the Osprey Electronics, the Kaspa E300s, right? These are probably more notorious in the space, and they would be next in line in terms of efficiency, really. But the downside is, now that, we are hearing all these news of these ASICs coming out, these E300s are going to be left in the wayside, and, won't be as profitable to mine with, for those that really care about it. But I mean, if you're mining for the long term, you believe in Kaspa, I think eventually if people that have these could eventually pay themselves back, right? If Kaspa goes up to new all-time highs. I mean, that's the mining strategy that a lot of people do with a lot of other proof of work coins. I mean, everyone does that. And definitely a notorious strategy for Kadena as well. Kadena miners, price of Kadena hasn't really gone up yet, but that's obvious because we're still in the downturn here, bear market. I think once we get into a bull run, obviously, for Bitcoin, then everything should generally start going back up. But that's not financial advice. The time will tell if that happens or not. Okay, guys, I think that's it. That's all I really want to talk about. Really, I think there's all these FPGAs that are out right now. Multi-miner, I forgot about this one. This one seems like it can mine other coins, but not as efficient. And then we got the E300s. Apparently, I think there's going to be some Radiant, Bitstream, Ergo, some other ones, but whether or not that'll be good or efficient or not by the time that comes out available for the E300s, we'll see. But this Antminer KS3, I want to know from you guys what you think about it. And I mean, I don't think anyone was surprised. And now that we have these IceRivers and now Bitmain KS3s, it's gonna be a fun time. I guess time will tell. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.